After decades of producing hundreds of brown mushy cards every year, Topps took a big leap forward in 1992 by issuing their new baseball cards on bright, creamy white cardstock. Coupled with their stellar photography, the old gum company reasserted themselves as a force to be reckoned with as the hobby rocketed towards a new millennium. Of course, everything back then was produced in quantities large enough to gag a Jurassic Park full of dinosaurs. So the cards have taken a hit in value over the years. As in, most aren't worth much of anything these days, at least raw. But if you step all the way up to graded cards in perfect PSA 10 condition, well, then you're talking about some hunks of cardboard that are still desirable. With that in mind, here are the 10 most valuable 1992 Topps baseball cards as judged by recent PSA 10 selling prices on eBay. Musina turned in sort of a quietly excellent career, never really worrying anyone during any particular stretch, but producing top of the rotation results for the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees for the better part of 2 decades. For his trouble, Musina was elected to the Hall of Fame in 2019, and his cards bumped up the value scale accordingly. This early career issue is about a $40 item in PSA 10. For most of his career, Man Ram was one of the most feared hitters in the game, and he became an absolute legend with both the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. He even helped the latter club burst the curse and win the 2004 and 2007 World Series. Then came PED troubles and lackadaisical play, and suddenly Manny being Manny wasn't so charming anymore. Consequently, Ramirez has had a lot of trouble with the Hall of Fame vote, especially for a guy with 555 home runs who looked like a Cooperstown lock once upon a time. Still, this draft pick issue is a Manny's Topps rookie card and checks in around $40 in perfect graded condition. There have been few hotter players ever in the game than the molten lava that was Nolan Ryan when he appeared on the first card of the 1992 Topps set. 7 no-hitters and setting a new record seemingly every time you take the mound will do that for a fella. As always, Ryan cardboard sits near the top value-wise of every set it's in, and this is a $30 card in PSA 10. Heading into 1992, Biggio was coming off his first All-Star selection as a catcher, and it would be his only one. The new season brought a new position as Biggio moved across the diamond to second base, and it was a stroke of genius that kept one of the killer bees healthy on his way to Cooperstown. All of Biggio's cardboard remains popular in the hobby, and this one brings in around $30 in PSA 10. While collectors were pulling this card from wax packs through the 1992 season, Brett was busy putting the final touches on his run for 3,000 hits. When he passed the milestone in the late season, he only further cemented his future in the Hall of Fame and his status as a hobby legend. This late career issue can sell for as much as $30 in PSA 10. Everybody and his brother loved Kirby Puckett's infectious smile, and this card gives us a huge nostalgic dose of it. Of course, it doesn't hurt that the picture shows Puckett as he looked during his Minnesota Twins run to the second championship in 1991, or that Puckett is a Hall of Famer. In perfect graded condition, this is a $25 card. The first Topps card of the future 600 Home Run Club member fittingly features him waiting to take his cuts in the cage, wearing a batting helmet and smiling at someone off camera. It's pretty much how we all remember the jovial slugger from his days with the Cleveland Indians and Philadelphia Phillies, and the Chicago White Sox, and the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Minnesota Twins, and the Baltimore Orioles, right? Yeah, and it's also a $25 card in PSA 10. Another of the killer bees, Bagwell joins Astro teammate Biggio on this list by virtue of his first Topps base card. This one features a young Bags barreling down the baseline and sports the Topps All-Star rookie logo. It's a great card that checks in just north of $20 if you can find it in PSA 10. This card should be a treat for everyone who can't stand to look at the beefier Barry Bonds from the second half of his career, as it shows a younger, lighter legend in his prime. And love him or hate him, Bond still generates enough buzz to keep his cards on the most valuable list. This one is about a $20 item in PSA 10. You can decry the overproduction of the 1990s cards all you want, but the company truly did take some artistic liberties with their products. Some of those really paid off, like this amazing horizontal shot of Griffey coming up after a dusty slide. Great stuff that can touch $15 or more in PSA 10. Like our video? Then like our video and subscribe to our channel, waxpackgods.com.